Imagine walking through a peaceful park when out of nowhere, a loud sound triggers a memory so vivid, it's as if you're reliving a terrifying event from your past. Suddenly, the tranquility is shattered as your heartbeat quickens, your palms sweat, and the world around you becomes a war zone. This invisible battle, fought in the mind, is a daily reality for many. It's an unseen struggle that goes by the name of post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. One of the most common symptoms of PTSD is intrusive memories. You see, these aren't your everyday run-of-the-mill memories. These are recurrent, distressing memories of a traumatic event that can be so powerful they manifest as flashbacks, nightmares, or intrusive thoughts. Imagine walking through your day, and suddenly, out of nowhere, a memory so strong and so distressing hits you. It's like being transported back to the moment of the trauma, reliving those horrifying moments as if they were happening in real time. Now, it's not just the memory itself that's the issue here. It's the emotional and physical reactions that come along with it. The fear, the stress, the anxiety, they all come rushing back, making it difficult to distinguish between the past and the present. These memories can be so vivid and distressing, it's as if the trauma is happening all over again. This is the reality for many individuals living with post-traumatic stress disorder. Another key symptom of PTSD is avoidance. Imagine a world where simple things like places, people, activities, or even your own thoughts and feelings become the enemy. This is the reality for many individuals living with post-traumatic stress disorder. They'll go to great lengths to steer clear of anything that reminds them of their traumatic experience. It's not simply about dodging discomfort. It's a survival mechanism, an attempt to keep the traumatic memories at bay to prevent the floodgates of terror from opening. But this avoidance is a double-edged sword. While it might provide a temporary respite, it interferes greatly with the person's daily functioning. It can lead to a life lived in the shadows, a life of isolation and retreat. This avoidance can turn homes into prisons, transforming the familiar into the feared. This avoidance can lead to social withdrawal and can significantly disrupt a person's life. PTSD can also lead to negative changes in thinking and mood. This isn't simply about feeling down or having a bad day. We're talking about deep-seated, persistent negative beliefs and expectations that can fundamentally alter how a person perceives themselves and the world around them. Imagine constantly feeling a sense of fear, guilt, shame, or anger. These emotions aren't fleeting. They're a constant companion, coloring every thought and interaction. PTSD can distort thoughts about the cause or consequences of the trauma, leading to a skewed perception of reality. This is more than just negative thinking. It's a relentless cycle, a storm of negativity that can be incredibly difficult to break free from. It's not something that can be switched off or ignored. It's a part of the individual's daily existence, a constant reminder of the trauma they've experienced. This can result in a distorted view of oneself and the world around them. Hyperarousal is another troubling symptom of PTSD. Picture a constant state of heightened alertness, an incessant scanning of the environment for potential threats. That's what it's like to experience hyperarousal. It's more than just being on edge. It's a persistent sense of impending danger, a relentless reactivity that can make even the calmest surroundings seem fraught with peril. Individuals grappling with PTSD can find themselves plagued by irritability, a difficulty concentrating, an exaggerated startle response, and even problems with sleep. Each of these symptoms is linked to this sensation of hyperarousal, this inability to shake off the feeling of imminent threat. Imagine trying to navigate through your day with this constant undercurrent of unease. It can be mentally, emotionally, and even physically exhausting. This constant state of alert can make it difficult for someone with PTSD to relax or feel safe. It's like living in a world where the alarm bells never stop ringing. For some, PTSD results in emotional numbing. This symptom is a peculiar one. It's like a foggy veil that descends, separating the individual from the world around them. They may feel detached, estranged from others, as if they're standing on the outside looking in. It's not that they don't want to connect, it's just that the connection seems to be missing, elusive. Imagine trying to listen to your favorite song, but it's playing from a distant room. You can hear it, but it's muffled, distant, not quite right. That's what emotional numbing can feel like. It's a barrier between the individual and their ability to fully experience positive emotions. Laughter may not resonate as deeply, happiness may feel superficial, and love may seem like a concept rather than a feeling. This emotional numbing can make it challenging to connect with others and enjoy life. It's not a choice, it's a symptom, a sign of the unseen battle that is PTSD. Flashbacks, nightmares, and hypervigilance are also common in PTSD. Diving into the stormy seas of these symptoms, let's start with flashbacks. Imagine an intense, vivid recollection of a traumatic event that feels as real as the day it happened. That's what flashbacks are like. They are not just memories, they are experiences that can trigger intense emotional and physical reactions. It's as if the trauma is happening all over again. Next, we have nightmares. In the silent hours of the night, disturbing dreams related to the traumatic event can awaken the sleeper, leaving them in a state of distress. These are not just bad dreams, but vivid replays of the traumatic event. The recurrence of these nightmares can disrupt sleep, leading to fatigue and further emotional distress. Lastly, let's talk about hypervigilance. This is a state of heightened alertness where the individual is constantly scanning their environment for potential threats. It's like being in a war zone where every sound, every movement could be a potential danger. This continuous state of alert can be exhausting and can make it challenging for the individual to relax or feel safe. These symptoms, individually and together, can significantly impact an individual's daily life. Flashbacks can make it hard to distinguish between the past and the present. Nightmares can make sleep a battleground rather than a haven, and hypervigilance can turn the world into a place of constant threat. Each of these symptoms can be highly distressing and can disrupt a person's emotional well-being. They can create a sense of fear and anxiety that is constantly simmering beneath the surface, ready to boil over at the slightest trigger. Furthermore, these symptoms can also disrupt a person's sense of safety. When you're constantly on guard for danger, it's hard to feel safe, even in your own home. This can lead to feelings of isolation and can make it hard to connect with others. In conclusion, these symptoms can be highly distressing and can significantly disrupt a person's sleep, emotional well-being, and sense of safety. Understanding these symptoms is the first step towards helping those who are battling PTSD. Finally, PTSD can lead to changes in reactivity and impairment in functioning. These are two interrelated aspects that significantly impact a person's life. Changes in reactivity are characterized by exaggerated or inappropriate reactions to stimuli. It's as if the person's emotional thermostat is broken, causing them to overreact or underreact to situations that wouldn't typically warrant such a response. Imagine, if you will, being jolted into a state of high alert by a sudden loud noise, or your heart pounding in your chest at the sight of something that reminds you of your trauma. This heightened emotional response can manifest in a number of ways, including emotional outbursts, aggressive behavior, or reckless actions. It's like an emotional roller coaster that the person cannot control, and it can be triggered by reminders of the trauma or occur seemingly out of nowhere. Now let's talk about impairment in functioning. PTSD can significantly impact a person's ability to function in their daily life. Work, social relationships, self-care activities, all these can be affected. It's not just about feeling anxious or scared, it's about how these feelings spill over into every facet of life. The fear and anxiety can make it difficult for a person to concentrate or make decisions. They may struggle to maintain relationships due to their emotional instability and heightened reactivity. Even simple tasks like going to the grocery store or driving a car can become monumental challenges. But it's important to remember that these symptoms are not the person's fault. They are the brain's way of trying to protect itself from perceived threats based on past traumatic experiences. It's like an alarm system that's stuck in the on position, constantly warning of danger even when there is none. These symptoms can be so severe that they interfere with a person's ability to lead a fulfilling and productive life. But with the right support and treatment, Individuals with PTSD can learn to manage these symptoms and regain control over their lives. It's a difficult journey, but one that is certainly possible. After all, the human spirit is incredibly resilient. PTSD is a complex and often misunderstood condition, but understanding these symptoms can help us better support those who are suffering. Through recognizing intrusive memories, avoidance tactics, mood shifts, hyperarousal, emotional numbing, flashbacks, nightmares, hypervigilance, changes in reactivity, and functionality impairments, we can begin to comprehend the daily battles of those with PTSD. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching.